of our Dopey simulation.
We are off to a rough start.
I forgot my shoes.
Happy Monday! It is the start of week 18.
Oh my goodness.
I can't believe it's been that long. It kind of feels like summer went quickly,
Yes.
but now all the big miles come. So,
For us.
yeah. I mean, I'm going to be back on the big miles after Wine and Dine, so I can just enjoy this quiet of my mileage while it lasts. These two get to do their first 4-day simulation this week.
Yep.
So that's why we're out on Monday. So they'll start Wednesday, go Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, because Sunday we are going into Washington, D.C. to cheer and spectate the Marine Corps Marathon. So I'd say if you're out there going to be running, send us your bib, but this will go up after that race. So great job, everyone.
Yay!
Woo, you did it.
Pretty big breaking RunDisney news today. Yeah, so I guess moving forward, at least for Wine and Dine, the official merchandise will have virtual queues to get into it. I
don't like it.
I've come to really love our rope dropping the expo, sitting there and like the floor where it's uncomfortable, surrounded by thousands of people, but they're thousands of friends. So it's like the great way, like to me that's always like my favorite way to kick off a RunDisney race weekend, because you see so many people, everyone's super excited. We don't look like we haven't slept in 48 hours like you do on the last days. So
Well, and the energy is just, you can't beat it.
Yeah.
The excitement in the air, and
so we'll see.
Also heard a lot of concern that if you have dining reservations or ride other
Yeah.
virtual queues, what happens if they both go off at the same time?
Right.
So it's really hard to plan for that day if the expo is not your main priority.
Right. And like if you're at a park, what do? You get your expo time called. If you don't have a car,
Yeah.
you have to go to a resort or get in a Uber or a Lyft to get over there. It just feels like it's going to be inconvenient.
also anybody flying in the day of the expo is automatically written off for the first day,
Yeah.
which a lot of people are not happy about.
Well, I feel like it's a very last minute change.
Yes.
I changed my flight mostly because I want to see what's going to happen there. And luckily I could change my flight with no cost, but I'm taking on the cost of an extra hotel night.
Yeah.
But it makes me nervous when they're like, you can continue to sign up until there's no more queue spots available. Like, that's really, I don't know.
Also for the locals that live further than 45 miles away,
Yeah.
are you supposed to start driving and then join the queue?
Like, just wait, get to 45 miles away at 7:30. Yeah. It was to me, it was announced really last minute, and I don't know. I feel like with a lot of these changes, we're not going to really know till we get there and see how it goes. But I don't know, that makes Club RunDisney look a little bit more promising.
I feel like the one silver lining would have been if it was you had to have a bib
Yeah.
to get in.
Yeah. My only concern with that is that if you have to have a bib, then people could just go buy bibs and have no intention to run just to get the stuff to resell it. That would be my only concern with that. But I feel like there's got to be some way to regulate it a little bit more. I don't know, in the complaints that the merchandise gets taken so quickly, I don't think the complaint, I feel like it's this might not be the answer to that. But I guess we'll find out. I'll probably get there still early. So.
Well, and I don't know if that was part of their thinking, like, okay, we'll get everybody at ESPN Zone.
Yeah.
You know, buying merch and buying food and drinks, and then let's slowly let them into the official merch. Like, I don't know. But there's not enough to do to justify an entire day at ESPN.
No. Maybe they'll bring back character stops or character spots. But you probably are going to have a virtual queue for that. My hope is one day we'll get the problem statement that these said changes are solving. So then we have a better understanding. But you would have thought they wanted us all to spend our money. But I guess they're just going to get it some way or another. Who knows? But so we'll keep on keeping on this run. All right. Back to it. All right, and we are done. Yay! We figured y'all have seen enough of the trail for now. No, we didn't need to film, and we'll be back out here again a couple times this week. So, be on the lookout. We decided during simulation we're gonna talk about now coming in on the third part of training, what things you should be doing now to prepare. So, tips for registration for your, I keep saying registration, by golly, reservations for dining, what things you should start ordering, what else did we say we were going to talk about? Costume prep. So all those things that, you know, the important things to run Disney on top of all the training that we're doing. So we will see you on Wednesday for day 1 of their simulation. Woo! Hello. Hello. Happy National Pumpkin Day. Or Pumpkin Day, I'm not quite sure. So we have our pumpkins on. We're out to start the first day of these twos. 1, 2, simulation. So we're half in the Dopey challenge for them, and then some extra added miles. So changing it up, and we are at Lake Ann Brew House for a last Wednesday of the month run. We're also running with the group that I coach at from PR Walk and Run, the 101, 201 program. So luckily it's a 2-mile loop, so we will be...
How convenient.
How convenient. The good thing is we only have to do it once. Today is a 2-mile run, so we go ahead and get started, and then we will celebrate with some pretzels and beverages. All right. We missed the important memo that it was a costume contest. All we showed up with was pumpkin shirts.
We could have done way better.
Yeah. We have more Halloween decorations. Whee! Hello, Mr. Pumpkin. 1 mile down. It's dark, but we're just following the arrows that were placed on the ground, hoping we get back to where we need to go. This is probably the last video because you can't see us, so see you at the end. Whew, unless we find more decorations.
The crypto street energies are shaking. Happy hearts materialize.
We're all done. We have pretzels. Nothing really else to report besides that. Fun run.
Are you getting
Tomorrow we're back for 4.
Nice.
Hello. Mini Dopey simulation day 2. And how many miles do we have today, girls?
4.
4. We went a little villainy and apparently hocus pocus for 2 of us.
I did not get the memo.
We didn't share a memo on that one. So we are changing it up because our portion of the trail is closed. So starting in a town or 2 over, And there's a historic Halloween house. I don't really know if it's historic because it decorates for Halloween, but I don't know.
It's just an old house.
It's just a house that has a lot of Halloween decorations. So we thought we should do that. Also, we will be sharing tips today on our first topic of what to do now when we're about under 70 days till Dopey. So we're going to talk about what to prepare now for your dining reservations, because that day is coming up soon. So each mile, we'll each give you a tip. So let's start running. Alrighty, first mile done. So our first tip is be prepared, because reservations will open 60 days to when you get there. So the nice thing is if you're on property, you can book dining reservations for your whole stay up to 10 days. If you're staying more than 10 days, lucky you, and you have to start over when you hit that point again. Online, you can start making those reservations 5:45 Eastern time. So you can use that as practice for RunDisney. Although many people will be done with the 5K by 5:45. So that's our first tip. We are coming up on 60 days. So we will be back at mile 2 to talk about how to be prepared for 5:45 Eastern time on 60 days your reservation. Mile 2. Coming in with tip 2 is Melissa.
So it's coming up to the time where you can make your reservations. So now's a good time to start planning what parks you want to do on what day, and also think about where you want to eat. So align what restaurants you want to go to with what park you want to go to, so that way when you make your reservation, it all aligns. Anything else?
I think that'll do it. But you don't want to be going like running all around on marathon weekend, especially if you're dopeying. So
Not the day to do all 4 parks.
no, or having to walk a lot to go to that first park just to, you know, scan in to then go to where your reservation is. So think of all that, those plannings now. All right, mile 3.
Just hit it.
We're treating because we got some light here. So Katie's gonna go in with the 3rd tip.
Figure out what is your must eat at, and then what's your like to eat at, and then your I would like to but I don't mind missing it. And that's the order that you're gonna get your reservations in. So must eat, super hard to get reservations, go for those first. Also try to get them later in your stay, and then go down your list that way.
Good advice. Later in your stay, if you put those really like hot ticket items, is good, because those will not as many people will have access to book. Also, we're passing a bar that's playing really loud music, so you know, we're running and everyone at Jimmy's is having more fun than us.
Jimmy's is popping.
I know, right? Who knows where it's coming from? Not where we are, but we are starting our 4th mile, and we are heading to the historic Halloween house. Alrighty, we have made it to the historic Herndon Halloween house. So let's take a look. I think it's supposed to be Nightmare Before Christmas themed. How fun! All the different I still like the skeleton reindeer. Go up the stairs. Woo! I see a jack. We'll go down and check out the other side in a second. Ghost! We're done and we turned into Ghost. We found this light pole where we finished. To say that we finished. So we hope you all enjoyed our little historic Halloween house. Any parting dining reservation advice that you all have?
Do the character dining. It's fun.
Yeah. Oh, especially after you have medals, because then you can take character pictures with medals.
And don't go too crazy on the new food. Remember, if you're doing Dopey, you have 2 days of long distances. So even though it might be cool to try something new, save that for after Dopey is done. You don't want to be best friends with the porta potties during the races.
No.
Although there are a lot of them.
Yes.
Yeah, but there is also a lot of people who want to use them.
Yes.
And I would say remember the time that you're making a reservation, and take into account how long it's going to take you to walk from that restaurant, take whatever transportation back to your hotel or wherever you're staying, because that's all going to add in time. So even if you had a 5 or 6 o'clock reservation, an hour so to eat, and then it could take you up to an hour to get all the way out of the park and back to your hotel. So take that into consideration too.
We do our dinner reservations at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, yep. It's weird to eat that early, but remember, you're waking up 12 hours or less later.
Plan to be in bed by 7.
Yes, that is our plan.
It's also nice to have a lot of time to get set for the morning, lay everything out, not feel rushed or stressed that you need to get to bed. We really like that downtime before.
Yep. And if you can't find something, keep checking. I tried to look this up today, and now I can't remember. So if I remember when I'm editing this, to put it in the comments below. There are some websites that will help you look and see what dining reservations are available. And the one I like to look at is if I really know that I want to eat at, let's say, be our guest on our trip, they show a full calendar view so you can see what days it's available if you want to adjust. But people are always changing their reservations, so if there's something you really want, don't give up hope. Even day of, something might pop up.
Especially week of, when people start really finalizing their plans, they're gonna start dropping reservations. So be on the lookout for those days.
Yep. And now we've given ourselves a lot of great advice since we've done none of this planning yet. So we will have to do that this weekend before we have to make our own reservations. So curious to hear when this goes up. It'll be a couple days, or maybe some of y'all will already be able to start making reservations. So let us know in the comments below where you're going, and we're looking forward to hearing about it. Yeah. Yay! Tomorrow these two will be back for day 3 of their simulation. I'm skipping. I can only use the I just ran a marathon card through the rest of this week, so I'm going to use it. Not abuse it, just use it. So, all right, see you tomorrow.
Oh God, it looks so weird with your headlamp.
So we were out for day 3 of our Dopey simulation.
We are off to a rough start.
I forgot my shoes. So we were at our parents' house, and now we are at my apartment because we had to go pick up shoes. So we have no idea where we're running today. My normal route that I do is blocked off by construction, so we're gonna hope for the best, and whatever we get is what we get. All right, anything else, Katie?
Yay, running.
We love this. It's so much fun. All right, we're gonna get started before we don't. So we found a cool little trail. So we're gonna see how far this goes. We really have no idea.
We're going on an adventure.
On an adventure. It's pretty at least. So we'll see. We just hit mile 1.
Mile 1.
So for today's tips, we're gonna talk about costumes.
We love our costumes.
Me too. For the 5K, costume-wise, that is your time to shine. Go all out and do all the fun things.
Get creative. Think outside of the box.
Katie wore a table.
Well, it was a poster board.
Close enough.
But also, very important tip for costumes. Do not use foam board in your costume. It is very humid in Florida. Your poster board will become very, very gooey.
Ew.
Yes, I learned the hard way and had to hold up 6 candles in my hands on a poster board while running a 5K. So be careful what you use as materials and take humidity into consideration.
Yes, it was very humid. But yeah, have fun with the 5K.
Yeah.
It's only a 5K.
Wear a fishbowl on your head.
You know, the opportunities are endless. All right, we're gonna get back to it. All right, mile 2. So our second costuming tip is material.
Watch out for the materials that you use, or if you're buying a costume pre-made, make sure they are not chafe maximizing materials. Tulle is a big one that if it gets caught anywhere, it's gonna chafe and it's gonna slice your skin. So just be mindful of what materials you use. It might look pretty, but it might not be run friendly.
Also watch out for like cotton. You want to make sure that you have, what is it, sweat wicking?
Yeah, moisture wicking.
Moisture wicking, that's what it is. It is, as we said before, humid down there, so you want to make sure that you're prepared, especially when you get into the higher mileage. They always say to test out your costumes before. We're really bad about that.
We're very bad about that.
But we tend to stick to the same brands that we know work for us.
Yeah, we have the base layers and then we add on from there.
So, yeah, just be mindful of what you're wearing in, especially for that half and full. So,
and make sure you can add or take away from your costume to adjust to the heat.
yeah.
Those Disney mornings can be quite chilly, surprisingly, but us back at the Packers, once we get started, it can warm up very quickly.
Yeah.
So make sure you have a costume that you can add and take away layers to.
Or it could be like 2018 where it was cold all of the races.
Yes.
Except for the marathon, I think. So just be prepared for anything. We just hit mile 3. So for our third mile tip, the key to costuming for RunDisney races, it has to look good for the photo pass, not close up.
Yes.
So
nobody's going to be looking over your costumes with a magnifying glass.
So if your sewing machine skills are not the best, it is okay.
Your lines don't have to be straight.
As long as it stays together for the race, that's all that matters. If you get another use out of it, great.
And remember, these are action shots from a distance.
Yes.
So you're not standing still, you're moving, you're walking, you're running, you're posing as you're moving and walking and running. But nothing is going to be sitting perfectly on your body anyways. So it doesn't need to be perfect. Don't stress.
And it all goes back, don't stress. That's all Katie does during costume season.
The 3 weeks before.
Maybe that will be our next tip. All right, we're gonna keep going. When Kim has FOMO, she's not on a run. Hello again.
No.
So we're gonna give you our last tip before we lose light, even though it looks really bright here.
Yeah, we're almost to mile 5.
Yes. Oh, I thought we were at mile 4. So our last tip for costuming is don't procrastinate.
Do as we say, not as we do.
We are always frantically trying to put together our costumes like the night before our flight. So the weekend before. We always say we're gonna start earlier too, and we never do. So
Every year.
start your costumes now. At least start brainstorming, ordering, thinking about those things. So, all right, we're gonna finish out. If we still have some lights at the end, we'll do a finishing video. Bye-bye for now. All right, we are calling it a wrap.
Yep.
So we got a little bit less in than we originally planned, but it's all about time on the feet these days in terms of the simulation, and we want to make sure we're feeling nice and ready to go for our 13 tomorrow. So in terms of simulation, we finished the half. So the marathon to go tomorrow, but only really a half marathon. So we'll see you guys in the morning for our final day of simulation.
Hello.
Hello.
Some of us are more cheerful this morning than others.
I have the day 4 grumpies.
Yeah.
I'm not dopey, I'm grumpy. That's what this simulation taught me.
Katie got out of her car this morning. Katie got out of her car this morning and said, "Don't ever let me do Dopey again." So, but they're here
Yes.
with faces on, not all, both of them smiling, but
Some bags.
smiling because she's cold. Okay, I have a chair because I'm going to sit for the first 6.5 of their 13 miles because I have 6 miles on my plan today. So I'm proud of them for continuing their simulation without me, but I'll be back in full fashion after wine and dine. So Katie and Melissa can give you some pointers when Katie's not grumpy on things they've learned so far and how to adapt in their simulation training.
Talk to you guys tomorrow.
I apologize for what might happen on this run today. It's one of those days.
There might be tears.
Isn't a Sisters Run the World video without tears though? I don't think so. Sisters tear the world. Sisters cry the world. You know, it's fine. So I'm gonna get them sent out, and I will see them when they're halfway. Yeah. There go my little baby Dopies. They're probably cursing me right now.
Well, the other benefit, the reason I wasn't worried.
Mile 1, mile 2, mile 3, mile 4, mile 5. Got about 1.5 miles to turn around. Also getting ready to pick Kim up. Let's do this. All right, I just got to where I'm meeting Katie on the trail. I saw her as I was driving up, so it shouldn't be too far. I'm gonna jump in for a little bit more than my 6 miles since Melissa had to stop her run early because of her ankle pain. So I'm gonna get in, get going, and see how it feels. It's colder, so today might be the limit of shorts during these runs. But hopefully I'll warm up as I get going. There is Katie. Perfect timing. She's still running, so hopefully that's a good sign. And I think there might be a slight smile on her face. Maybe not. Okay. Katie's over the 10K mark. A lap and a tail until you get to turn around. All right, just made it to 6.5. We are gonna walk back to my car. Katie's back is not cooperating anymore, and there comes a point where you have to listen to your body, and we got to figure out what injury is going on here to be able to get her out here to do this safely and right for her body. So not the way we were hoping the end of this simulation would go.
Nope.
But it's okay. We're gonna get back with Coach Laura. Get Katie back to the doctor. I think Melissa probably needs to go to the doctor at this point too.
What is going on?
It's part of marathon training, and you run these hard distances. We put a lot on our bodies, and you have to listen when things don't feel good. And Katie said, well, if my back hurts during the marathon, like, I'm gonna keep going, so should I keep going now? No. Like, if you're crying because you're in pain, then something is not okay, and continuing on is not going to make it better. Right, Katie?
Right.
So, I'll go find Melissa at some point, since I probably wasn't the nicest of sisters when she finished her run, and told her to go find an elliptical and finish it there for 2 hours. Sorry, that wasn't nice.
Sorry.
Sometimes as sisters, it's just been we've hit that part where things just seem to be falling off the rails, and
we're so close yet so far.
so,
And these are the miles that count,
yeah.
and it's hard.
Yeah. But they only
Especially
count
when you've been seeing improvement, and then it gets thrown off the rails and it's out of your control.
Yeah. Katie's pace is like 3 minutes faster in these long runs than she was doing last year. So she's been putting in the hard work.
It's been very hard
Yeah.
to say stop.
Yeah.
Like, part of me is like, I want to keep going, but I only have a car here or a car in 6 miles, and I'm not sure if I can finish out 6 miles.
Yeah. So that's the sign at this point. We said we would evaluate at the turnaround, and we're gonna walk back, see if that helps get the pain down, and then probably call it the end of this week. So we'll be back next week with we don't know what yet, but in some form or
TBD.
fashion. So thanks for watching. Thanks for bearing with us as we go through some of these rougher few weeks, and we will be back at some point. All right, bye.
Bye.